So it's 11:30 on a typical work day in a traditional workplace. The traditional question appears, where are we going to go for lunch? Most times in Galveston, the popular place is popular because it's oh so good. Very often the answer to that question was the Squeeze In Soul Food Cafe. Mrs. Mary Richardson and her husband Steve opened a tiny structure in 1948 that served as the family's dwelling place upstairs and amply named restaurant downstairs. The Squeeze In restaurant was off the beaten path as far as places to eat go, so far off the path that it was located in an alley on the 3900 block of Winnie Street. However, despite its location, the place was filled to capacity each day as city officials, attorneys, and the average working person stopped in for a home-style lunch with taste appeal and at a very affordable price. When the restaurant first opened, Mrs. Richardson and her husband mostly sold barbecue dinners with a fixing to the occasional group of customers who stopped in. But after Mr. Richardson's death, Mary decided to enlarge the serving capacity in order to bring in additional income. Her daughter, Carrie Jack, joined her in the operation of the business that was an eatery by day and a juke joint by night. Carrie Jack would also work a full-time job at UTMB after the Squeeze closed for the lunch break. The two had a simple standard for running the restaurant: fresh food cooked daily. Nothing from a can or any leftovers were served. The menu changed every day, but a sample lunch selection would consist of crispy fried chicken, barbecued ribs, fried fish, crab cakes, and meatloaf. Side dishes were, of course, rice and gravy, potato salad, mustard greens, black-eyed peas, cabbage, corn, and baked macaroni and cheese, always accompanied by her famous homemade rolls. News of the restaurant, its location, and reputation of great taste on a budget spread quickly throughout the community that had never been to that part of town before. Doug Matthews, the first African-American city manager in Texas, loves to relay the story of administrators and secretaries from City Hall dressed in their finest business attire and often driving BMWs, quickly exited City Hall on a Friday at lunchtime to get to the alley, to the Squeeze In, for fried fish and crab cakes. Richardson and Annie Mae Charles, a popular, well-known figure in the Galveston community, were the best of friends. Because of this friendship, Mrs. Charles, the first African-American female police officer, used her association with prominent Galveston professionals, visiting attorneys and lawmakers, to introduce the soulful food served at the Squeeze In, and they too fast became frequent customers. Marvin Zindler, Channel 13 Eyewitness News, did a feature story on the restaurant for the news station as he completed a series of reports on the best soul food restaurants in the area. Mary Richardson ran the Squeeze In for 46 years, until she became ill in 1992. She died in the year 2000, and sadly, most of the items from the Squeeze-In were destroyed in Hurricane Ike. However, the structure still stands. Her grandson, Steve Jack, currently resides in the structure, squeezed in a little spot in an alley that was once known as the best soul food served in the county.